So the second day of the Olympic football has been completed. 6 matches all on the women's side of the draw have been done, and let's get into them because there's been some very eventful ones for sure. I'm gonna highlight the host France first though, against Colombia. Now I must admit, I thought that my prediction of a draw in this game was going to be miles off because France absolutely tore Colombia apart in the first 50-60 minutes of the game or so, racing into a 3-0 lead. But Colombia, fair play to them, they absolutely stuck in there. Got a penalty and scored another goal to make it 3-2. A very nervy game in the end for France, but the hosts do come back with a opening day victory, so that's positive for them. Next up, I'll do this in group order, I might as well. The other Group A game was Canada against New Zealand. Canada, bit of a cloud over them coming into this one. I've already covered this here on the Football Chronicle, but yeah, their assistant manager and another member of the backroom staff have been sent home because they cheated effectively. They spied on the New Zealand team with an electronic drone in the air, which honestly is comical, but very serious at the same time. But if that was their aim, to get some inside information on New Zealand, you could argue it worked because Canada won that game 2-1. So France and Canada both on 3 points, New Zealand and Colombia on nil points after game 1, I should say, of that. Next up in Group B, the USA against Zambia. Now Zambia, obviously, they kind of shocked the world really with their performance in the World Cup recently. I had a guy comment on my preview video that I did yesterday saying that Zambia are going to shock everybody. Well, unfortunately for you, because I'm assuming that you're Zambian or support them, unfortunately for you, they did not shock anybody with USA running out 3-0 wins, which I think was the exact scoreline I predicted. It's very rare that happens. But yeah, the USA, the usual queens of women's football in the world, looking pretty good there with that. Also in Group B, Germany did a very good performance against Australia, winning 3-0. The women doing very well for Germany in that one. And let's go to Group C next as well. Brazil against Nigeria. Now I predicted a big win for Brazil in this one. I think I went 3-0 in this as well. But it was a narrow 1-0 win, but a win nonetheless for Brazil. Brazil's men's team not defending their Olympic crown. They won the last 2 gold medals in men's football, but the women are the only representatives for Brazil in this World Cup. And lastly, Spain against Japan. I predicted it was going to be tight, and it proved to be rather tight indeed. But Spain, the world champions, do come out on top in that. A 2-1 victory for La Roja. So yeah, some pretty eventful games there. I enjoyed watching them. Some good standard of football for sure. And then, like I said, France in that first 50-60 minutes or so were incredible against Colombia. They really were. But yeah, so next up we have some more matches for the men on Saturday. I believe Saturday are the next ones for those, so I'll be previewing them tomorrow. And then on Sunday we have the second matches for the groups for the women as well. So yeah, a very eventful opening to the women's side of the draw, and thankfully less controversial as well. I didn't hear anything about any kind of crowd trouble or anything in the women's matches, so hopefully that continues through the rest of the tournament for the Olympics, but we'll see what happens, guys. What was your standout result and standout game of this opening day in the women's football? I have to give it to France and Colombia. That was an extremely entertaining game, but what was your favourite? Let us know in the comments below, and of course keep it subscribed here to thefootballchronicle.com for much more football content for the Olympics and beyond.